If you have a dog or a cat, there is a very real chance that something growing in your garden right now could seriously harm them. Not something rare, not something exotic, something incredibly common, something people plant every single year without even thinking twice. And the worst part, most pet owners don't find out until it's already too late. A leaf gets chewed, a flower gets sniffed, a bulb gets dug up, and within hours, something feels wrong. Today, we're going through the plants you should never plant in your garden if you have pets. Not to scare you, but to give you control, because once you know which plants are dangerous, you can avoid them completely, or replace them with safer alternatives that still look just as beautiful. And we're not talking about obscure species. These are some of the most popular garden plants in the United States. Let's start with one of the most dangerous plants on this entire list. Plant 1. Lilies. Lilies are one of the most beautiful flowers you can grow. Elegant, fragrant, clean. But if you have a cat, they are one of the most dangerous plants you could ever bring into your yard. Every part of the lily plant is toxic to cats. The petals, the leaves, even the pollen. And it doesn't take much. A single lick of pollen from their fur can cause kidney failure. That's how serious this is. Dogs are less sensitive, but can still experience vomiting and lethargy. If you have cats, lilies are not a be careful plant. They are a do not plant at all plant. Safe alternative. Try zinnias or roses, both give you beautiful blooms without the risk. Plant 2. Tulips. Tulips are everywhere in spring. Bright colors, easy to grow, classic garden look. But the most toxic part of a tulip isn't what you see above ground. It's the bulb. Dogs, especially, love digging, and tulip bulbs contain compounds that can cause vomiting, drooling, heart issues in severe cases. A dog digging up and chewing just one bulb can get very sick. Safe alternative. Try marigolds, colorful, hardy, and much safer. Plant 3. Daffodils. Daffodils are another spring favorite, but just like tulips, the bulb is the biggest problem. They contain a toxin called licorine, and even a small amount can cause nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain. In larger amounts, it can affect the heart. And because they're often planted in clusters, one digging session can expose your pet to multiple bulbs. Safe alternative. Try snapdragons, similar vertical shape, much safer. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a pet dig up something in your garden? Tell me in the comments, what did they go for? Because the next plants on this list are even more dangerous. Plant 4. Foxglove. Foxglove is stunning. Tall spikes of purple, pink, or white flowers, but it contains compounds that affect the heart. The same type of compounds used in heart medications. And in the wrong dose, it's extremely dangerous. Symptoms can include irregular heartbeat, weakness, collapse. This is not a plant you want anywhere near curious pets. Safe alternative. Try salvia, similar height, beautiful blooms, far safer. Plant 5. Oleander. Oleander is one of the most toxic plants in North America, and it's commonly used in landscaping, especially in warm climates. Every part of the plant is toxic. Even small amounts can cause severe reactions, and it affects both cats and dogs. This is one of the few plants where even accidental ingestion can be life-threatening. Safe alternative. Try hibiscus for a similar tropical look. Plant 6. Azaleas. Azaleas are incredibly popular, especially in decorative landscaping, but they contain toxins that can affect the digestive and nervous systems. Symptoms: vomiting, drooling, weakness. In more serious cases, heart issues. They may look harmless, but they're not. Safe alternative. Try camellias, similar aesthetic. Safer choice. Plant 7. Hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are beautiful, soft, and everywhere, but they contain compounds that can release cyanide when digested. Now, in small amounts, symptoms are usually mild, upset stomach, vomiting, but it's still a plant you should be cautious with, especially with pets that chew everything. Safe alternative. Try sunflowers, bright, safe, and easy to grow. If this video is helping you rethink what's in your garden right now, subscribe, because this is exactly the kind of information that can save you time, money, and a lot of stress. And we go deeper every week. Plant 8 Sago Palm. This one surprises a lot of people. It looks like a small decorative palm, but it's one of the most toxic plants for pets, especially dogs. Every part is toxic, but the seeds are the worst. Even a small amount can cause liver failure, severe vomiting, long-term damage. This is a never plant if you have pet situation. Safe alternative. Try Areca Palm Pet Safe option. Plant 9 English Ivy. Ivy looks harmless. It climbs, spreads, fills empty spaces, but it contains compounds that can irritate your pet's mouth and digestive system. Symptoms: drooling, vomiting, discomfort. Not deadly in most cases, but definitely not safe. Safe alternative. Try creeping. Jenny same ground cover effect, safer. Plant 10 Yew. Yew is often used in hedges. Clean, structured, evergreen, but it contains toxins that can affect the heart, and ingestion can be extremely dangerous. This is another plant where you don't want to take risks. Safe alternative. Try boxwood alternatives that are labeled pet safe. Plant 11 Autumn Crocus. Not to be confused with spring crocus. Autumn crocus is highly toxic. It contains colchicine, which can cause vomiting, organ damage, serious complications, and because it looks delicate and harmless, it's often underestimated. Here's the truth. Gardening with pets isn't about avoiding everything. It's about making smarter choices. Because for every toxic plant on this list, there are dozens of safe alternatives that look just as good. And once you make that shift, your garden becomes safer, easier, more enjoyable for you and for them. Before you go, tell me, do you already have any of these plants in your garden? And which one surprised you the most? Because your answers help shape what I make next. Subscribe if you want more simple, real gardening advice. And I'll see you in the next video.